Matchup tomorrow night when they'll take on the Bucs. Fourth meeting in 3 years between these two. Both are expected to be in the mix when the postseason rolls around, so this could be a big game when it comes to seeding. That was one of the topics we hit on with the head coach in this week's scouting report.
There's no question that's what this is going to come down to. So look, it's important to get a win. It's important to get back to a win from what we came to, but it's going to have implications down the road.
Also, you want some momentum going into the bye, and no place you'd rather be on a Monday night, I assume, than downtown.
No,
Detroit.
Thank goodness. It's good to be home, man. You know, you go out on the road, you go to Kansas City, you're sitting in the hotel all day long. At least we get to be back home, all right, with our guys, our crowd, and get a win.
And I got to imagine it's going to be lit tomorrow night inside of Ford Field. But look, I mean, this is where your eye goes in this game. The Lions missing their top 3 safeties, missing 2 of their top 3 corners. We don't know what Tampa Bay's receiving core is going to look like, but indications are it is looking better for Evans and looking better for Ibuka.
I know that's unfortunate. No, I'm not going to say it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate for the Lions, but I thought that the Bucs are going to be nice and keep all their receivers injured. But, you know, you balance it with aggression at on the defensive line.
Got no choice. You
got Lee McNeil back, DJ Reader. Aiden Hutchinson, he's been on the just of a huge breakout game, leading the league in strip sacks and forced fumbles and pressure.
Got streaks going left and right.
And everything else. Exactly. It's going to be so fascinating to see if he can catch or who can catch and throw to the turf Baker Mayfield.
And they're going to have to do that.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I mean, it's like, you know what? Dan Campbell talks about it all the time, complementary football, and he talks about offense, defense, and special teams. We'll get to the offense in a second. But even within the defense, if you know you're light in the back end, they're going to have to make something happen up front.
Yes, and those guys, you know, whatever the reason is, they are really fired up. They're angry. So I think they're going to go after Mayfield a little bit and just play with a little more aggression. That's going to decide this football game.
Well, that's what I said. We did this the Sunday morning Lions show.
You were here this morning.
You were there, right?
Yeah, I was here.
You were there.
You were there.
It was
How did you
here.
get up?
Yeah, I have no idea. But that was my main point in that is get back to what they are and get mad. And it's not just about the officiating thing, whatever. It's the Brian Branch thing. It's everything. And they should get mad. And they are so much better when they're engaged with, you know, Campbell instilling the ferocity in them and the team togetherness and everything else. I really think, even though they're shorthanded, I agree with Stoney, the defense is going to get after Mayfield.
And on the other side of it, Dan Campbell is good about telling his guys, okay, we need X to lead in this game. You know what? This might be a game where they need the offense to lead.
Yeah.
They may need them to score a lot of points and not have empty possessions. And we've seen this team offensively where they will go 4 straight possessions scoring touchdowns. And this might be one of those games where they have to do that.
Well, he said last week they have to score 30 points. They didn't. They only scored, 17 last week?
Mm-hmm.
They need to score over 30 with their
and I like the matchup
secondary.
too. Right. And it'll be built up big, you know. Tampa Bay with Todd Bowles, the coach, and he loves to blitz. What do they call it? A blitz fest. Yeah. That's what John Morton is expecting. Going up against the quarterback who's the best in the league, Jared Goff, against the blitz. He has great check down guys, not necessarily total, but in Laporta and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think they can tear apart that blitz, I think, a little bit, as long as they keep Goff upright. And the offensive line might be pretty healthy with Taylor Decker coming back.
And this has become a nice little story between these two teams.
Yeah.
If you want to call it a rivalry, go ahead. This is the 4th time they've met in 3 years, including a playoff game.
Right.
Lions lost to them last year in one of the strangest games. They were 1 for 7 in the red zone and lost by 4 points.
Right.
It was a game. They'd never been in the red zone 7 times with Ben Johnson. They were in that game, but they didn't make enough out of it.
And in the playoff game, it was a close game that the Lions fortunately won that playoff game. So they played, you're right, a lot of good games with this team.
Yeah. And people don't, like Mayfield and Goff are pretty good friends, I think, and they have the same story to tell, you know, #1 overall.
People doubting them, thinking they were done.
Yeah, I really like this matchup.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I can't see them hanging out together, though, and just like, you know.
Why not? Mayfield's crushing beers against his forehead. And
Goff picking
Goff's
them up. Yeah.
Hey, let me get to the Pistons.